Don't worry, this will only hurt a little bit. Surely we have all heard these words of doom being uttered before a blood draw. Whether you're the type to close your eyes in terror or be inexplicably fascinated by your blood rushing into a tube, blood tests have played a huge role in your healthcare. For starters, these tests can identify any blood disorders that you may have. Today, we'll be talking about sickle cell disease, one such blood disorder that affects millions of people worldwide. Let's start from the root of the problem, genes. What? No, not those genes. That's more like it. Sickle cell disease is caused by a mutation in the 11th chromosome. This change in DNA alters the amino acid chain, causing bizarre folding in the hemoglobin protein and ultimately leads to a blood cell that is shaped like a sickle. A normal red blood cell is usually described as being donut-shaped, whereas the sickle cell is described as being banana-shaped. Usually, bananas are better for you, but in this case, you do not want banana blood cells, and I'll show you why. Donut blood cells flow through our veins and arteries easily. They can even fold to get through narrow spaces, whereas the banana blood cells get clumped up together and stop blood flow, which can cause extreme pain. A whopping 90% of the sickle cell disease population lives in Nigeria, India, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. And specifically, about 1 in 40 Nigerian newborns have the disease. But why is it so predominant in these places specifically? Well, malaria, a mosquito-borne parasitic disease, is also most common in these same 3 areas.
Coincidence? I think not!
Now let's find the connection between these 2 deadly diseases. Sickle cell disease is caused by 2 affected chromosomes, or an SS genotype. A normal genotype would be an AA genotype, with 2 normal alleles. But one can also have sickle cell trait, which is 1 sickle allele and 1 normal allele, and both cells are present within the body. Now, obviously the person with sickle cell disease has compromised health. But the person with 2 normal alleles is completely fine, right? Wrong. In an environment with increased malaria prevalence, having normal blood cells actually makes you an ideal host for the malaria parasite. Therefore, those with the sickle cell disease trait have the best chance of survival as their sickle cells protect them against malaria, but they don't have the severe disease. So you may ask, if the AS genotype survives, how does that correlate to the prevalence of the disease or the SS genotype? For that, we need the help of our handy-dandy Punnett square. As you can see, if we cross 2 of the surviving genotypes, we get a 25% chance of an offspring having the disease. I wanted to talk about sickle cell disease today because it is a perfect example of the intersection between modern-day medicine and Darwin's principles of natural selection, which we often overlook. However, unfortunately, many people in the aforementioned 3 countries don't have proper access to blood tests or treatments for sickle cell disease. I hope this video raised some awareness of the disease and its interesting demographics. Thank you.